Okay, so let's now proceed with managing users and roles. Now, to access ETRACS, you need at least a user account and you must have a role assigned. Now, the role assigned will determine what you can and cannot do in the system. A user can have several roles. So you have we call this a multiple role user. So this is particularly useful for LGUs with a lesser number of staff, so that you can maximize usage. Okay, so to do this, you must have an admin account like an SA or an admin account, any admin account, and then go to administration, and then look for manage users here. Okay, so before going to that, let's explore first the user groups. Now, the user groups here, these are called the functional domains. We have accounting domain, we have admin domain, we have BPLS, we have entity. Okay, so this one here is the role. This is the role here. So don't mind this, the user here. This is the particular role, the administrator, approver, assessor. So these are the functional domains, and that you need to keep track of what these are. No? So we have accounting, admin, BPLS, entity, land tax, RPT, and treasury. So just keep that in mind for a moment. Okay, so we'll just not close that. We'll go to administration here. So let's try to add a manage. If you want to, let's say for example, add a collector. So let's say I'm gonna add new here. So the user, it will ask you for a username. The username will be the one that he types in during login. So this username can be, it depends on the administrator how you're gonna do this. You're gonna use the initials of the name, or you can do a last name and then first name. So it depends on you. So just make it consistent. So the last name, for example, is De La Cruz, for example, and then first name is Juan, so middle name is G. So maybe your username might be the initials JDLC, something like that. Okay, and you must have the job title also. So admin A2, for example, and then a user transaction code. Just use the initials here. So this user transaction code is useful for some transactions to identify that particular report made is for this particular user. Like for example, collectors do remittance. So to identify remittances, this transaction code is included in that transaction number. So that's a handy feature, also nifty feature. Okay, so we click on save here. So this is already saved, and then you might change the password because the default password is the exclamation 1234 and the pound sign. So you might change that to an easier password for them to remember. So let's say I'll just use 123, something like that, 123. So you just tell the user when the first time they log in that JDLC just use 123 password. Okay, so that's gonna be it. And then we're gonna add roles. Now the one I let you remember is the domain. So let's say I want to add a collector. So collector is at the treasury domain. So click on add. So just type the domain here, treasury, for example, like that, and then click on enter, so that it will be filtered on the particular roles available for the treasury department. So for example, this one, we need to add a collector. Okay, so just add a collector here. So basically that's it. Okay, and if you want to go farther down, you can add a security group. So you can filter, you can customize the security group further. So you just click or unclick the security groups here, so that it will be more, it can be customized further to specific to a specific person. Okay, so as we notice, most of the time this most LGUs are contented with this part. So yeah, it can be done, except probably for bigger LGUs who have several functions. Okay, so we'll just click this as okay, and then you have this. Okay, so that's basically it. Close. Okay, so just click on refresh here, and this one will be displayed. So if you want to edit this, just click on open and then click on edit. You can edit the name, or you can just go to roles and add more roles if possible. So for example, I want to add that we will enable them to add taxpayers, so this is called the entity. So just click on master. So this allows them to add taxpayers. Okay, so okay, we'll try this to give you an idea how it works. Okay, so remember this one, JDLC, and the password is 123. Okay, so we'll log off first. Click log off. Yes. Okay, so this will ask you to log in again. So we'll type JDLC, and then the password is 123. Now it will prompt you for more permanent password. So JDLC must create his own password. There should be no sharing of password. Also, they must have this password. This must be something that they only know themselves, no? So maybe you'll just try one, something like that. Now, if we forget the password, the administrator can reset the password for this particular user. Okay, so if you forget, just go to the reset password and then let them log in again and then assign a new password. Okay, so change password. So if you notice, I'll be able to view some functions here that are not available in the admin. So this is because of the roles assigned. So for example, in the master, I have entities here. I can add individual entities, juridical. Okay, so let's just say I'm gonna go back to the SA part. I'm gonna go back here. Yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to SA. Okay, go back and then remove that entity. So I'm gonna go to manage users, edit, JDLC, roles, and then I want to remove this particular role. Just gonna remove that one. Okay, so I'm removing. So let's try to log in again as JDLC. Okay, so I should not have the master anymore here. See, so it's being removed from you. So it's actually a role-based design. ETRACS is a role-based design, and you can have as many roles as possible as needed, and then you don't need to log off for another role. It depends on what roles are assigned to you. So this is a very secured application in terms of giving functionality to certain users. So that's about it. There's still more things that you need to know, but we're just covering the basics here, so that to give you an introductory overview of how ETRACS works. So I hope you learn from this video, and there'll be more features or videos that we'll be making to help you with some of the transactions in ETRACS. So thank you.